Welcome, folks. Welcome to the call. We now have Andreas on. How are you, Andreas?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm sorry for this delay. There was some major hiccup here. Apple has updated their software and it jeopardized a lot of things in the presentation. So we had some background work here that was not silent.
Right.
So
No worries.
yeah, a lot of things happening. We're also shifting time zones and stuff. So yeah, a little bit busy. I'm sorry for that, but let's get started. I mean, we have some exciting things to tell you today. We're gonna
Recording in progress.
okay, a lot of things happening here on the panel, I see. So how are you today, Kevin?
Very well, thanks, mate. Very well. We're anxious to hear from you tonight, of course. And for those in the panel, welcome to the call. And as I mentioned earlier, at the bottom you'll see a Q&A, and you can put your questions there, and we'll do our best, or Andreas will do his best to answer them later. So, Andreas, over to you.
Yeah, I will just get started. I mean, today we're going to talk primarily about the affiliate plan and some great news we're doing there. And it's 1st of October, so it's time to really kick off our new venture. There's a lot of things happening on the corporate side in the background. Some of it I can speak about, some of it I cannot speak about. So we're going to add a little bit of comments to that as we move through the presentation. The primary purpose today is to actually just align the presentation, the affiliate plan, and also present some new exciting stuff to you, and the way we communicate this now, and how it fits into the bigger picture, how we're going to make money together. You probably heard a lot about that already, and also about what we're going to do in October, which is important. It's an important month for us to get started. We are all into quite a lot of different stuff. So let's get started with the presentation because we're already delayed here. So I'll get started with my presentation. I will share the keynote. This keynote, you've seen part of it before. You're not seeing this is now coming together as the final affiliate pitch. We will release this tomorrow. We will not be able to do it today because of the thing with there are something happening with the images in the presentation. So basically we need to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow will also come the affiliate playbook, at least in English, and that will contain all the nitty-gritty details and also more fleshing out some of the news I will present today. So the concept for this is, like we always said, earn like legends. And now you can let some of the biggest sports in the world, actually the biggest sports, become your business. And that's the purpose. And that's the potential you are. So where we are at, it's all about passion and profit. It's about engaging and monetizing the biggest fandoms in the world. Some of them that you know is football. We have more coming. So it's all about that. And we are looking into a $300 billion gaming market. And it's also a $400 billion advertising market in the gaming. So together it's $700 billion. It's a massive, massive market we are approaching. And it's growing with, I think it's nearly 20% every year. So it's a huge, huge market, more and more people. There are more than 5 billion smartphones out there in the world, and they're spending in average 6 hours every day. That means a quarter of every day, people are using their smartphones. So that's quite a lot. And the football market, like we are approaching first, is the biggest of the fandom market, the fan markets. It's more than 3 billion people all over the world that fancy football, and even the 6 top clubs, they have more than 2 billion. So it's a huge, huge segment we are approaching with a lot of commerce. We are also, of course, preparing for baskets. They have 2 billion fans all over the world. Cricket with another 2 billion. And you have very strong, financially strong, the American football. Only, in quotation mark, 400 million people or fans, but they are financially very, very strong sport. Then we have another opportunity laying in the music with music fans is another 2 billion, and the fancy music, and 2 billion people fancy movies, etc. So Spotify and Netflix represent these markets. So altogether, we are into a tremendous, a humongous market with a lot of opportunities, and into that we are presenting our platform, which is a scalable game platform for all sports and entertainment out there. We are using at the pinnacle of our proposition is to play and progress through our battle royale, and it's designed to really have competitive and intense gameplay. That's the core of what we're doing. And there is a new game coming every 5 minutes, like you all seen. And there is a massive 288 games every day. And this is accessible on a worldwide scale, downloadable from Google Play and App Store. We will next week, we will open a version 2 of the game. There's a lot of improvements. There's a lot of improvements in the algorithms behind when it comes to uniqueness of pictures and questions and stuff. There is also a lot of UI bug fixing and a lot of different stuff that we'll be doing. So great things coming from the core. There's a true and false statement that you can play. All of you have seen all this. You have the aid, the tools that you can either use for free or you can pay a premium to use them. So, of course, our monetization model lies in people using the premium. And we also assisted by a very now becoming bigger and bigger AI assisted component in creating these statements and doing pictures and a lot of stuff. So we have a very active team on AI. We really been building one of the biggest football databases out there. One of the main challenges is to align all the data and make sure it has integrity and it's correct and verified. We have our partnership with Imago that gives us access to 300 million photos out there. So amazing stuff. We have our card program, which we will now open new. We prepared now. We're going to publish more than 1.5 million NFTs cards coming shortly for all the clubs, 50 top clubs in the world. Spaces coming now shortly also with where you can acquire these billboards inside the game, and you will be able to earn monetize your participation from advertising. And of course, we have all the engaging features inside the game. We have the leaderboard, we have the star battles coming, we have star challenges, we have social stuff coming up now, and it's all to fight about cash prizes. That's the starting point. And like I introduced last time, we are adding another layer called club games, where we have daily, weekly, and event-driven games for clubs, for football clubs. And they're able to provide branded prizes in addition to the cash prizes. Also, we are moving into what we call club ranking, where we have this battle world extension that will come. Players will be able to play their way to the top or pay their way, at least a certain way to the top, through premium game loot boxes. This is not the same loot boxes you have. It's another type of loot boxes. And we will also have game passes and different premium stuff. So that's all about the game for now. We're going to look into our partnerships. That's a strategic ecosystem for how we are reaching, engaging and monetizing all the fans in the world. And as you know, we have a relationship with Goal, and we have FIFPro. Goal is reaching more than 800 million football players. We have FIFPro reaching all the professional players, and we have football clubs and fan clubs as strategic partners, reaching billions of fans all over the world. There's a lot of interesting development coming on when it comes to fan clubs and football clubs, and that's not for the public eye yet. So we have a Fan Connect that's in the final making now, where these different stakeholders will be able to use a dedicated system where we have curated content that you are able to publish on your channel and thereby attract users. We have the fan media, where we have planned separate campaigns that will run now out on different media. In particular, Goal has a very interesting proposal for us there, really enticing for how we're going to reach out to a lot of fans and how we activate them. So that's also coming. So let's roll further. When it comes to the people, we have a global talent pool. We are now 50 people, 35 on technology, 15 on business. We have 3 labs. We have 1 in Norway, India, and we're setting up in Dubai now. We have some great advisors coming with the great domain experience and gaming experience from EA Games. One of the founders of EA Games, Jeff Burton, is with us. He also worked a lot with Atari. We have football domain experience here, and we also have gaming and product app experience. This is the core team. We are all 50 together. So that's really a great team working hard together, and we are expanding these days. Our proprietary platform is created to accelerate growth. We're not going to go into much detail. We possess all our technology, and we are able to move fast forward. So the uniqueness of how we do is the business model is a real-time net revenue sharing, where you as affiliates will have 20%. In addition, you have 20% coming to your tokens and pool. So altogether is 40%. And the net revenue is calculated, that's the gross revenue in the App Store. If you spend $1 in the App Store, there is 25 cents that goes in average to Google and Apple. And there's another 25 cents goes into game prices. So there is 50% reduction from the $1. So $0.50 will then be split. And 40% of that will then be rendered to affiliates. So that's a massive affiliate-driven economy. And how we make money in the game, we drive premium game revenue from the app stores, from having extra features like show, pause, and freeze inside the game. In addition, of course, we're going to have advertising revenue. We have a very appealing proposition for the advertisers, and they're going to be also where you can watch an ad to get free access, and then efficiently the advertisers are actually paying for your credits. So one example we always use is when we get to 3 million players is when, it's not if, it's when. We manage to monetize them on $1 a player a day. We are looking at $1 billion in annual gross revenue. And with 50% margin to share, we are looking at $500 million to share among. And out of those 500, the affiliates will take 40%, which is 200 million. So it's an amazing proposition. And when you look a little bit more into the profit scenarios, we have developed 3 scenarios for you to consider. We are using the same scenarios on a corporate level when we do corporate financing here. We have a worst case, base case, and best case. We have, from our side, we have a 6-month ramp up to reach these numbers. And if you get your eyes on the worst case first, you see that it will render $20 million a year altogether to the affiliates, while the base case, which is only only 1 million players that we monetize, will render $60 million to the affiliates. And then we're looking at the best case, which is actually quite modest too. You're looking at $200 million going to affiliates in a year. So there is a huge profit opportunity for all of you and all of us together. So 3 million monetized players at $1 a day gives us upwards of $200 million to affiliates. Of course, a lot of people have to participate and be engaged in order to reach that. But we have one platform that can cater countless people all over the world, and it's a magnificent setup. So let's now have a little bit look how you can participate and make the world's biggest sports your business too, because that's being propelled by our highly rewarding affiliate model that's been proven over several years with more than 300 million transactions, and we're doing real-time revenue sharing with you. So that we're going to continue with. Of course, we have our loot boxes that you can buy. That's how you participate. You can buy these loot boxes, and inside the loot boxes today, you will get tokens, you will get super token, you will get pool token, you will get player token, and you will also get access to NFTs, to cards, spaces, and towers. We're not going to go into too much detail. The affiliate playbook will detail this into every detail. So the loot box content until midnight on October 15, you're going to have all the content you have today. We're going to remain with that. From October 16, midnight, or from October 16, Universal Time Zone, we're going to deploy a 50% reduction in all loot box content. So that means from 16th of October, you only get half of the token, half of the pool, half of the player, half of the card, spaces, etc. We're going to adjust it a little bit. That's what's going to happen on the end of the 15th. So you have 2 weeks from today to basically secure you at this current. The reason we do this is because we are scaling and we're doing a lot of interesting things. Basically, this is how we move forward. So then again, 2 weeks later, from November 1st, we're going to change to only have credits in the loot boxes. And then you will get a lot of credits, of course, and you will be able to enter our new store, and you can cherry pick which card, spaces, towers, whatever. If you want to buy super token, you can choose to do that. Pool. But you will not be able to buy everything. Your purchasing power from the 1st of November will be an additional 50% reduced. So you have now 2 weeks where you have until 50%, and then it goes down 50%, and then it goes down another 50% from the 1st of November. Why? Because we are approaching our live campaigns and stuff like that. So we will have much higher prices on these items as we move forward. Basically, we have been giving you super token. That's what you basically have been paying for so far, and you got like all the others for free. There is no more free lunch going forward. We're going to create a viable market where all of us can make a lot of money, including you. So it's important that you place your orders now the next 2 weeks. Make sure you're in at that rate. If not, next 2 weeks, half, etc. So we will get with all details on this, both in email and presentations tomorrow. So the fans you're able to reach, we reach billions of fans all over the world through this platform, and we have some highly attractive bonuses for you. We are having 62.5% in the basis, the bonus basis we do. It's a pretty lucrative uni-level bonus with 32.5%. And we have 10% in infinity bonus. We have another 10% in a performance pool. And I actually reviewed that pool yesterday. It was amazing to see how many of you participate and get a little piece of the action all the time. Then we have the token pool, which has been running for a while and is now running also to the end. I mean, it's like there are no more pool tokens soon available. So the powerful bonuses now happens in a 10 level uni level with a infinity bonus reaching 2.5, 5, or 10% based on certain team volume you have. And we have the performance pool of 10%. And all this starts from the gold package at $500 and upwards. We're not going to spend too much time on the details here, but this is a very, very well-aligned plan, and we're very happy with it. So how you earn like legends here is the performance requirement is already implemented. You need to have a 30 days PV personal volume, your own purchases and your first line purchases of $50 for every 30 days. So one transaction lasts in 30 days. And we also apply dynamic compression. So those of you being inactive, you will be bypassed in any transaction. So we have the infinity bonus, which is a really, really lucrative bonus for those of you with a certain volume. And if you have a gold pack, you can get 2.5%, platinum 5%, and diamond 10%. A very, very lucrative bonus for you. We have the performance pool. 10% of all sales goes into that, and that's based on your PV value, meaning your 30-day volume that you create yourself, either directly yourself by buying or by having your first recruits, your directly recruited members. So that's how that works. Very easy, very lucrative. We have the token pool, where 10% of all the sales enter, and that's what's running. There is a maximum 800,000 pool tokens, and those is running shortly. And so those are some of the main pillars that makes you really earn a lot. So how you earn like legends, it's even more. We have these promotions going on for you now. We have the token match. You get 1 free super token for every directly referred token. We will let that run for October, which is our main growth month now. We're going to do a lot of activity in October on the affiliate side. And it's also connected with a new promotion we have. We have the player match, which also run now for October. And we have the pool match will run until sold out. So that's the 3 ongoing promotions we have. And there is one more thing. And this is the last slide we're going to have before the Q&A today. And that's turns out to be a whole new bonus we are introducing today. Some of you have seen it already in the back office. Because we are into a power month, we are launching something we call a leadership bonus. The presentation is not fully finished on this one, but you can get up to 100% extra bonus from all your team volume. That means your uni level 1 to 10 based on 30 days cumulative volume. That means if you in your team uni level from level 1 to 10 have $100,000 in sales in 30 days, you will get $100,000 in bonus. Of course, there are some requirements. If you go to the 100,000 first, you will get it paid from 10% extra on each team volume transaction until it's paid to you. Meaning if there is a transaction for $100, you will get 10% extra, $10 extra, and that will be credited towards your earned amount. So there are 2 periods here. It's the earning period, the first 30 days, and there is the payment period, which is a maximum of 360 days. So this bonus is designed for those leaders who really want to make a dent and take part here. They will be able to work really hard for 30 days to kickstart everything now. They can already start today. It's available in the back office. You can start the counter and you will be able to start recording your team volume. And basically, once you get to $25,000, you will be eligible for 25% bonus of that amount, which is $6,250 from 25, or 50% when you reach 50,000, that's $25,000, or 100% if you reach $100,000 or more. There is no cap to this. The whole caveat here is that it's paid by 10% extra on all your TV transaction. And there is the normal maximum 50% from one team will be counting. Same as for the rank advancement we have. So all this will come out in the detail now, tomorrow morning. And basically, this bonus is a crazy bonus that is really, really created for those of you who want to start creating a team or excite your team. What's going to happen? You will excite your team. You will earn the regular uni-level infinity bonus, etc. That's already in there. That you will continue earning, and then you will accumulate this up to 100% extra bonus that will be paid over the next maximum 360 days. But if your team is growing, it can be repaid to you much faster, because we give you additional 10% on every transaction. There are some small details on capping, etc. here that cannot be too many people in the same team, etc. But that comes in the detail. So this is a great bonus, and it's really giving you an opportunity to really perform well. So that's the leadership bonus. We will get out with more details tomorrow. Basically, this is how you earn like legends, and we're going to refer to the affiliate playbook also in the morning, and that's where we are today. And I think we're going to stop the sharing there, and basically go for a Q&A. So we are very confident that this, or very satisfied. We worked a lot with this presentation. As you see, it's very quick. It's 15 minutes or can be even faster. And the point is to get rid of a lot of the clutter we had before and not go into too much detail. The affiliate playbook will be more extended than we had before, and or it is already more extended, and I will go into all details. So now you can tell everyone about what Super One is in a very short version, and we can excite people all over the world.
Thanks,
So,
Andreas.
David,
yeah. I believe we've got some questions, Dave.
Yes, we do. So with the distribution of the affiliate playbook, I guess we'll get the finer details around how the compensation plan works, the uni level and the different things. One of the big questions that people are asking is around the personal volume and what actually happens to their account if they go 90 days without having any personal volume.
That's a good question. If you go 90 days without a personal volume, your account will be disabled, basically, or your downline will be moved to your upline. So you will have to start all over again. That's the thing. Let me call the strategic thinking behind this and the business rationale is that teams are built for being taken care of and supported. And if people are not active and they're not able to uphold that position, we will give others the opportunity to engage.
Yeah.
So
and of course, the key to avoiding that, avoiding those things is to have personal volume, right?
Yep. You need to be active. I mean, $50 is not a big personal volume. If you are a certain affiliate, require activity. If not, if you are passive, you will be truncated and moved out of the equation, and you have to start all over again.
Yeah, but that won't affect any digital assets that they've acquired through their
loot boxes. It doesn't affect anything else than your team.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I knew that would be the case. So hopefully people feel a little bit more comfortable about that and understand simple $50 will give them the personal volume requirement that they need, whether it's directly in their own account or somebody directly to them, and it doesn't affect the digital assets that they hold. The other questions pretty well center around the timing for player promotions when it's time to promote to players, and also access to the game wallet winnings. And of course, that would include the special loot box offer that came up recently.
We are already, we were a little bit delayed on the loot box implementation. We have got all the acceptances quite a lot. The team is now scripting that one, so that's coming next week. It's already been done the past week or this week. So I'm sorry for a little bit delay there. It was actually forgotten about a little bit in all the turmoil or all the work we've been doing. And basically, we've been pushing very hard for this new affiliate model, the leadership bonus that's already live in the back office. A lot of stuff it's a little bit of prioritization. So those loot boxes are being applied now, and they will be available. So the game winnings will, like I said before, will come a little bit later. For those who haven't accepted it, it will come a little bit later. So that's still something. So we're using now October month to really boost the platform on the affiliate side. And we are also into some other activities that I cannot talk too much about when it comes to marketing and stuff like that. So we will get back on that. But basically we know, like I said last time, we have the app approved by Apple and Google for worldwide commerce. We're going to start, we are aligning everything. We are doing another update on the paid features in the app, which will make it much more flexible for how you use your credits and stuff. And that's a really good update coming shortly. And so there's a lot of things. I got full month-end reports here yesterday. And we're going to release a pretty comprehensive report on email within, I think, tomorrow too, where we're going to start with a kind of month, end of the month, what we have done, because there's a long list of what we have been doing. And it's nothing that we need to speak about now, but there's a long list, and you will see all the things we've done. And we are in the new app. We are also creating a feed page where you will have access to our roadmap, and we will have much more frequent things. So that's on the plan for October, that we're going to open up for much more transparency on every small little thing we do, and the team will be posting updates all the time for development. I mean, there are so many things you don't see. Our AI work contains a lot of excitement and a lot of good things happening. I mean, we've been working with this for a while, and we've been pushing buttons this week, and actually created so much questions that we were just amazed about the capacity. At the same time, we also see limitations to AI, because it needs to be humanly controlled. It needs to be audited and a lot of stuff. So it's not like just push a button, take a coffee, and come back and everything is good. So we are at the forefront of this, doing very well. So there's a lot of things happening on the side when it comes to the features in the affiliate app. We have this new leader bonus that we are just touching base today. We need to do that presentation much better. There was a file that was not accessible today, and that should have been included. And basically, that will come with power bars and everything in the back office. So we created just a start button now to do a recording of your team volume, so you can start recording it. Basically, from you push the button, it starts recording, and you will see your eligibility, and it will come then more and more stuff related into that. So that's another cool thing. Yeah, we're working further with club games. We have implemented skinnable games for clubs. We've done a lot of things when it comes to the algorithms. We've done a lot on this security. We are working with the NFT scheme. We have created 50 clubs with the tower NFTs have been created. We created 750 base NFTs that's going to be populated. So there are 50 clubs with 31,000 each. That's more than 1.5 million new NFTs that comes into tower NFTs, comes into the new store. So that's going to be an amazing addition to our offering. And then we are creating now, I introduced the player cards. We are also creating these cards. That's going to be also a lot of player cards. All these are pegged together and in a blockchain. We're going to use EOS for this, and so there's a lot of cool things going on from the tech side. But I think basically now is to boost the platform. Yes, we're going to boost the game. We're going to start marketing the game, but there's a chicken and the egg here. Okay, we need to tune everything with the platform. We've been tuning the game and the payment and everything now for about a short month, and basically now we're gonna just keep pushing and do more of what we already done, and we're building this step by step.
Before we go to the next question, Dave, can I just, one of the things that seems to be coming through, that definitely the passive benefits of the asset you've got does not change. That never has changed. The passive,
no, there is no change to anything of it. The only change we have on the NFT scheme or card scheme is that, as you remember from very early days, you could buy an NFT or a card. Let's say, for argument's sake, it was Ronaldo. And then you get, every time that card is used for Ronaldo, you earn a percentage, okay? Now we are multi-pegging this, so you can have both the tag Ronaldo and Manchester United and actually Real Madrid, just for take an example, okay? He's been in those two clubs and himself. So basically, if it's used in the Real Madrid, you can also be earning from it. So over time, you will have the same, it will be the same. So we are using a pretty advanced tagging solution for that. That's also something that pegged into the whole, you will now start earning on this card shortly, because that system is also now being phased in.
Yeah,
You start
I think it's just
earning on
there's some confusion about the 50 PV. It has no impact whatsoever on the passive earnings from your digital assets whatsoever. It's only on the affiliate program where the 50 PV becomes important.
Yeah, it's on the affiliate program. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's great, Kev, because that's there's quite a few questions come up on that.
Yeah.
And it's good that we go through it. But I'd also suggest to
why are people so concerned about having $50 in volume over 30 days? Is zero, is nothing. I mean, if you mean real, if you are here to make money, it's nothing. So why talk about the small little limits we impose to get rid of sleepers, instead of talking about the opportunity you have at hand to not have $50, but maybe 50,000 in turnover every month, because you do a hell of a good job and you bring in fruitful people. I mean, there are billions of people out there, players, whatever. And always we talk about this limitation and passivity. We are not building this for passive people. Just be warned. This model now is for people that those who will make most money are those who wake up in the morning and actually do something. This is not a sleeper's paradise anymore, okay? Nothing is that. There is no free lunch in the world at all. You can participate and be passive. If you really want to create something, you have to wake up, you have to create team, you have to instruct, teach your team, you have to be active. And then when you build a team, like that's why we have the 30-day now, you can work really hard for 30 days, teach a lot of people, and they will do the work for you. And then you will benefit from another year with 10% extra. We give you, actually, we pay you over and above 10% extra for you to work hard for a month. You get paid largely through that month, through the existing bonuses, and you will get another passive thing for the next year. So come on, wake up. I mean, there's a real world out there. I mean,
okay, next question, Dave.
So the only area that we haven't addressed already that's been coming up in the questions is just some updates and information about the listing and the valuation process for the super tokens.
You mean listing of the token?
Yes, that's correct.
So a lot of people asking for that because they want to sell their token at a very low rate, because they don't understand the concept and the thing. They just want to, I want to make a box or whatever. We are not there, okay? I'm the biggest stakeholder here. I want to make this a multi-billion-dollar company. So obviously we built the underlying business. If you look on the crypto market today, it's sort of sliding sideways. It's not like there is a bull market. Everybody's expecting an uptake in the market towards the end of this year, beginning next year, which I sincerely hope. We have plans for that. We already have one approved listing for one exchange. We are not stressing that very much. We are stressing building the business first, and we are not concerned about the listing. I mean, if you roll back 10, 20 years about an IPO in a company, an IPO, a stock listing at NASDAQ, was to happen when the company was making profit and it was really a thriving business. All these things about early listing is just for some early investors to kick out. I really don't care. We are here for the long term. We have different vesting schemes. We have been modifying. Yes, we've been navigating this. It's been navigating. Many other projects have failed. Look at Celsius. I know Alex Mashinsky since 2017. He ruined everything because they did all this thing, went up and then went south. I mean, a lot of things happening in this market. We need now, there has been developments. You see that the legal situation in the US, SEC Commission is coming with more and more approaching the crypto industry. And I think we're going to see more and more authorities taking crypto to a different level and basically enhancing things. So we need to approach that too. We are working with our legal resources for how we're going to do things. Basically, we will have a listing, but we really want to, I have some ideas related to a listing around our concept, but I really want to have some million players first. because I think we can hit two birds in one stone. And that's we can bring in a lot of more people into crypto by making our listing a very, very accessible public thing for all the players also in the game. So let's, for argument's sake, we have 1 million people in the game. That's active players. We are able to offer them to participate on certain conditions within the legal framework for not being a security. We are able to offer them to participate in an ICO. And that makes us a very attractive candidate for any exchange. If we can bring millions of people to an exchange, we are highly attractive. We are already attractive where we are today, but from a crypto political point of view, if we can become one of the few apps that really take mass adoption to crypto, with the ways we're working with Facebook registration, using these kind of things, using certain provisions and limitations from there's a lot of stuff related to the legal side of staking. We're gonna comply with all of those. And basically by doing that, we are probably, I won't say for sure, but my vision is to bring in millions of people, potentially millions of people, into our public listing. And I think it's possible. So we just have to do our groundwork. So it's not like a short hit and run and that. We're going to do this in a proper way. We're going to build long-term value. I mean, these fandoms we are approaching, football never go away. It's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of money. And you see some shifts. You see Americans now adopting football more. You see the Middle East, which have just been for weeks. Basically, it's amazing to see how they're using their capital strength to get into football. And you see Europe bouncing back, a lot of things happening. So in my mind, there is no rush. The rush is to bring players in, to get the game really molded together in a really sticky way so people are there. I mean, one of the next things we are building now is the marketing engine, which is optimizing the marketing efforts. So if you put $1 there to A or B or C, we are doing optimization. We're doing also when it comes to the prices in the game. Sometimes people can be playing more if it's $17 than $19. It has to deal with psychology. So we're using large data and mathematics, statistics to do. That's the next module we're working on now to really optimize the platform. But all in all, it's about growing the game, making money, make sure we have a proven model running like we already have with the platform from the affiliate, more than 300 million transactions. We've paid out a lot of money over these years, and we're going to continue to do so. And we're going to now move from 1st of November. We have a whole new, sorry, a bad flu. From 1st of November, we have credits only in the packages. And you can use those credits in the store to buy different assets, or you can resell them to players. That's also coming. We haven't talked so much about it, but the resale of credits is going to be another business area for the gold, platinum, and diamond packages. So, or loot box ranks. So that's really cool. And that's, so basically you can buy those credits in the App Store, or you can buy them on the direct deposit with crypto. They can be used for the same purpose on the platform. So then we have a whole new Apple and Google approved business model. And we have all the tokenization on this side, and we're going to bring that nicely together in one big harmonic ecosystem. And that's what we've been doing. We've been building brick by brick over many, many years now. And what we see now comes together in a perfect harmony. And it's a strong one. When we look at the scenarios here, I mean, I speak to a lot of people on the corporate finance side, and we're looking at 3 million monetized at $1 a day. They're looking, why don't you put a zero behind? And the thing is, I can agree, but I don't dare to agree. So I think we should be a little bit modest and make sure we get to 300,000, and then we can start thinking about tenfolding it.
So, Andres, when do the cash payments start with the prizes for playing the game? When does that actually start?
We haven't set a date yet.
Right.
It will be in November, sometime in November.
Okay.
So we're gonna run with tokens. We're gonna do a lot of these things. We are tuning things, and we're gonna do that. Yeah. So that there's a lot of numerous factors related to it.
Okay.
It's also about our distribution. We are transferring the whole platform towards stablecoin. So basically, we're gonna have USDT as the fixed currency, and we are able to do microtransaction in USDT at zero cost once we switch to EOS. It's a little bit of work because, I mean, we have 3 years of XRP, and we didn't rush that development because XRP in the end of June got listed everywhere and was not an issue. But we have to change to USDT. We need to include a new wallet that we have designed, but we haven't really completed it yet.
Yep. Dave?
I think we've pretty well covered all of the questions that are there. I think the people that are still not quite understanding where the revenue comes from, I think once we get a copy of the presentation and the affiliate playbook, it's going to be a lot clearer for people exactly.
Revenue comes from sale of loot boxes. Loot boxes contain credits. Basically, going forward, contain credits. Those credits you can either use them in the game, or you can use them to buy different assets. That's it. Affiliate revenue comes from recruiting affiliates or from affiliate sales to affiliates. That's very simple. And game revenue comes from sale to players. It's not very, very complicated.
Yeah, exactly.
And the game revenue then goes back through the tokens and the pool tokens and everything else. They get their fair share of that, as they always have in the past. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a lot of synchronization with all this. I mean, there are coming money from different sources and with different latencies. So we need to synchronize this. That's what we're doing now. Like I said earlier, when we open the paid, we're going to spend September, October tuning, and we're going to start growing from November. We are on track with what we have communicated. I'm going to probably lift into these town halls a little bit more road mapping, a little bit more detailed things, so we can do this on a regular basis. But I mean, I'm also traveling extensively, so it's not that easy to do everything on time, traveling on laptops and stuff like that. So we need to just get this into the app and get... and this week, like you guys have planned, we're going to have a lot of presentations, and tomorrow we will release a lot of stuff. So it's going to be a good week starting. People should get starting building their team volume, and yeah, that's it, because that bonus is really, really good, and we have a long explanation written up for it. We're going to make all that public tomorrow.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, we look forward to the information coming out this week. Thank you very much, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks, folks. Bye.